Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. You're probably wondering what the hell is going on here. Well, basically, I've already recorded an episode, which I will upload unlisted. I'll pin it as a top comment in this episode. If you want to go watch that one first, it'll explain why we are in the situation we are in. I didn't anticipate the mods not working together as much as they have. What I mean by that is the diseases mod that we had was incompatible with the immortality mod. Not only that, but when I removed the diseases mod, it basically freed up a lot of events that the storyteller could then throw at us in regards to the difficulty. For whatever reason, the storyteller sent us a raid of about 20 guys, which naturally we couldn't survive. So the guy that we recruited yesterday, very, very briefly, Salus, is dead. He was just murdered horribly. As you can see there, 10th of April, May, it's currently the 12th of April, May. This was the earliest save I had, unfortunately, but he was killed. We've had Manhunter packs, we've had Raiders, we've had Flash Storms. It's been a complete mess. Again, I urge you go and watch the other video if you really want to see for yourselves why I've lowered the difficulty here, because it was quite literally unwinnable, especially when you consider the Yayo's Planet, which was meant to provide the main difficulty here, ended up really being just a side activity to Perry's magical adventures. So, what have I changed? Firstly, I've removed the diseases mod. They were incompatible with some of the, some of the diseases were incompatible with immortality. Specifically, the disease Sharamus had meant that he couldn't resurrect at all. And again, if you want to go watch that other video, you'll see it in that, but for those of you who don't have the time for that, I'll sum it up basically as whenever one of the tumors killed him, he would resurrect, and then he would die instantly, and then resurrect again, and he was resurrecting multiple times per hour in-game. It just wasn't... He couldn't ever survive it. And he couldn't die either because of, obviously, how the Immortals work. So, that was just an incompatibility there. If you're playing along with this pack, I'd recommend either picking Immortals or the Diseases, one or the other, because, again, they don't really work together. The other issue as well is, again, the Storyteller was way too aggressive. Way too aggressive when you consider that we've only got 3/4 of the time you would normally have to prepare and survive from the things that the Storyteller are going to be throwing at us, because he isn't aware. The Storyteller doesn't really have much concept of the 4th month of each year, obviously being a disaster zone, the Ice Age or the Fire Age or whatever else. So I've lowered the difficulty relative to that, and even now it still turns out it's very, very difficult to survive in. So don't worry if you're upset about the difficulty lowering, we're still probably gonna fucking die horribly. So Sharamus is back upon his feet, but we still paid the price for the diseases mod. The tumors did completely destroy his right shoulder, and they completely destroyed his right leg as well, which means he's basically useless. He has 26% moving and 25% manipulation. In terms of combat, he is nothing anymore, and that's all he's good at. Melee is obviously pointless, and shooting is fine, but when it gets to run and gun, he can't do any of the running involved in that. So, tragically, things aren't going particularly well here. Sharamus is essentially useless. Robo-Daddy has died from an infection. Don't worry, we'll resurrect from that. So that's not really a big deal. Obviously, we've seen that tuberculosis, it would work the same way the tuberculosis did, whereby the infection will drop back down, but then he'll resurrect and he'll have to get an immunity to that again. Fingers is fine. Fingers is having the time of his life. He's half his tits on ambrosia, so he's having a really good time here. One thing that happened in the last video, again, if you want to go watch that scrapped episode, was that a flash storm hit right outside the base and burnt the whole fucking thing down. Because we had Sharamus and Fingers to try and fight it off. Sharamus doesn't have a leg, and he actually caught fire because he couldn't outrun it, which I thought was really funny. It was basically down to Fingers to deal with the whole flash storm, which is obviously not viable. So what's the plan for today, then? Well, there was a comment yesterday left by Max, and full credit to him for this, because this was an incredibly good comment, that said that the cooler strategy I came up with to try and combat the, well, I say the cooler strategy, the coolers obviously just won't work during the heat wave, because they won't have anywhere to vent the heat into. So we've got a couple of options on how we can combat that. We can use the air conditioning added by Vanilla Furniture Expanded, which I believe we start with unlocked. Right, air conditioning unit. It says there, can be used to cool down rooms during summer. It does not force warm air into another room. I assume it will use a lot more power or something like that, or maybe it won't be able to lower the temperature by as much as a heater, because of course it's just pushing out cold air without pushing out warm air on the other side. We might need a load of those. The other alternative is in Vanilla Power Expanded. It's something called Helixian, and Helixian gas coolers can operate in the same way the air conditioning does without producing any heat. So we might have to try and work on that at some stage as well. We've got a lot on our plate to deal with. We've got a whole bunch of research, especially if we do want to go to the Helixian gas. We've got to stone cut and try and rebuild an entirely new base. I was actually thinking we could go as far to use steel as the construction material for the base instead. We got 225 of that. Alternatively, we might want to move into here, maybe replace the outer wall with stone. But again, we want to get those insulated materials as soon as possible as well. So ideally, we can start on that. I've removed them tilling the soil because we just won't have time at the rate things are going. Like, it's still way too intense with just this minor amount of stuff we've got going on now. So let's get down a growing zone, and let's fill that with hay. Let's go hay grass in that one, and then we'll fill the rest of the areas around the wind turbine so they're always running in the most optimal way with rice, I guess, something short-term to help bolster up our meal supply so that we can save the meat and the corn for when that Inferno kicks in. Got to admit, though, despite the difficulty, the Storyteller is very cool. It throws a lot of events at you very, very quickly, and if you're... I mean, especially for a current setup like ours, where we did have those diseases, obviously removed now, but with the planet as well, it's really tricky, even on the lower difficulties. We are still playing on the second highest difficulty, though. Or the one... Two below merciless, whatever that's called, like tough or rough, whatever it's called. Robot Daddy is back. How's the infection going? Minor 53% immunity. We might want to set him back to constant bed rest, I guess, just until he can patch himself back up. Oh my god, what? Band of thugs. Oh, these were the guys that killed us last time, I see. As long as you pay a fee of 117 silver, fine, accept and pay. I will honestly pay them to fuck off at this point, because this is way too much. Oh, Shamus, they're trying to... Okay, let's not grow... I suppose we could grow potatoes, try and give ourselves a... Give ourselves a bit of crop variation. Maybe we even want to grow things like cabbages, just in case we get hit by toxic fallout. You know what? I'm going to do exactly that. We're growing it on regular terrain as well, so who cares about the lower fertility sensitivity? We had an eclipse as well, which I didn't even notice, so these crops haven't even been growing. We're going to have Robot Daddy quickly build a stone-cutter's table here as well, so that we can start work on basically stone-cutting anything. What do we have on the map that's kind of convenient here? Where are all of our stone chunks? What happened to that? They've just disappeared. Okay, I don't know why they've disappeared. I haven't changed the mods or anything besides removing the diseases, and obviously I don't think that would affect things. There are no stone chunks on the map. What happened there? Did the Ice Age destroy them? I don't know why that would happen. Oh! Robot Daddy lost the trait Psychopath. Now, that is a good thing and a bad thing. It means he can form friendships. So we can try and avoid the defection risk with Sharamus there if he can try and become friends with him. The downside is, of course, though, he'll be more upset about everything that's going on here. And to be honest, I don't really blame him, given that what's going on is hell on earth. Complete chaos. These guys both working on it, though. The plants are getting planted very, very quickly. Bear in mind, they've both got those steel hatchets that give 33% plant work speed. So we'll let them both work on that. That way the plants have much... Seriously? Okay, that's fine. Wow, I genuinely thought that was landing on our base then for a second. That's a lot of uranium. Good God. Okay, not going to complain about that at all. That's fantastic. So after we've got this planted, and it obviously gives the opportunity for the plants to grow, we'll get Robot Daddy back on research, we'll get fingers... Well, we'll get Sharamus mining, I guess, and then we'll get fingers on the stone cutting. Try and get a base down as soon as possible, but the insulation is really the top priority here. It's a lot of hay grass we've got going down there. The Harrowing Edifice. Okay, what is that? Chief... That man, of the Red Basin tribe is requesting you build a monument, spread images of a glory across the land. Be gone. No, thank you. I think I'm alright. Let's set Sharamus mining, because it means he... Like I was about to say, I'm going to set Sharamus mining because I think it won't, it won't be so much of a detriment to his current setup. Obviously, he's not going to be moving around so much. Manipulation, sure, he's a bit fucked on that front. We could craft him a pickaxe, I guess, just to try and counteract it a little bit. Can we craft any sort of very, very basic prosthetics here? Production. What have we got access to? No, to answer that question. Alright, wish I hadn't asked. Let's get down to the research table then. We had a message there about... oh, you can actually see, look, from the old save, where Sharamus was just dying over and over and over and over and over. Robot Daddy died of the infection again, which I assumed would clear up by now, but apparently he needs another cycle. We did get a Tribal A quest. They want us to treat this person in order to get favor with the faction. What I'm actually seeing this as is a free carbine, which is a massive upgrade from our hunting rifle. So we're going to go and grab that one. In fact, Sharamus, can you not do that? We'll send someone else to go and get it instead, I think, Chief, because you are going to take hours to get over there. What if we strip them? I mean, obviously it'll piss off the faction, but if they got anything... it might be worth it in certain situations. This person's not. Just mostly damaged marine helmet, or a decently damaged marine helmet. It's not really what we're after. There we go. Right, research table is built again. Let's go and turn you back up to maximum research priority, my friend. What are you doing? Sowing area. Oh, okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, get that done first, and then nothing but research from here on out. Good luck, my friend. And then besides that, then, it's just Sharamus and Fingers to build some of the other things. Why are you bed resting? Oh, flu? Do you really care about him bed resting about the flu? He is immortal, after all. We've actually got a lot of good weapons I didn't realize. We've got carbines, and we've also got a PDW there. I vaguely remember the PDW. Is a carbine better than a rifle? I have no idea. What are we looking at here? Damage 11, stopping power of 0.5, armor penetration of 16%. And what about the assault rifle? Damage of 11, stopping power of 0.5, armor penetration 19%. Fire rate, 360 RPM. This one is 360 RPM. Range is going to be the real important thing. So it's 23 with a 66 to 50. I know that's not the best way to do that, but it's exactly what I can remember. 31. With a 72-66. So really, the assault rifle is better than the carbine. At least I think, just at a glance there. What have you got equipped? Oh, so that's Robo Daddy's gun. Got it. Okay, there we are. That's still an upgrade, I think, over the hunting rifle. What about the PDW? We're looking at there. 12, 0.5, 18% armor penetration. The fire rate is obviously a lot higher. The accuracy at close range is incredibly good, but medium range is where it's going to be the most important for Sharamus. Bearing in mind he can barely walk. Go and get that pickaxe as well, actually. Nice. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It's only a small upgrade, but it is fairly relevant. And a combat supply, so we might be able to sell off some of this spare crap that we've picked up over to those guys as well. What I've done is I've done to put the apparel and the weapons on the floor, because apparently we couldn't equip them off of the racks there. I don't entirely know why, but it also means that we can see Robo Daddy's lab coat. Okay, good stuff. Hopefully in no time at all we'll have the geothermal power done. Then the insulation is going to be key. Then we can start working on this base pretty early on as well. We're just about to transition some of that. We've got a whole season at that point to hopefully get the insulated base down. Let's go see what they've got. The medical emergency Robo Daddy. What's wrong with you now? You still got that infection that you're fighting off, huh? Still at 53%. Oh, no. He might be in a permanent cycle of infection. I guess I'll have to wait for the 10 to wear off and then buy some better medicine and hit him with that instead. I think that's a much better idea. Right, let's sell off some of this crap then. Bought 10 medicine and a couple of marine helmets. The reason I bought the marine helmets is for, I mean, just the simple fact that they don't have bad insulation. You know, 4.4 degrees. I mean, what do their trapper hats do? Against the cold, it's good, sure, but these offer bonuses against both, and it'll be, so insulation in cold 9.2, but obviously no insulation against heat, where these helmets do offer that. At the end of the day, the temperatures get to such an extreme on either ends of the scale that those few degrees aren't going to matter, whereas the armor against enemies is really going to matter. So I think what we'll do is probably throw Sharamus in the marine helmet, and we'll give Robo Daddy the other one. Inferno is coming. He did die again from his infection. I don't know why, but it seems to be acting very differently this time to how it acted last time. 10 quality. So let's see when he resurrects. If we can give it a better 10 quality, we'll hit it with regular medicine instead. So I actually forbid them using anything but the... Oh my god, there was uranium embedded into that wall as well. I didn't even realize. I forbid them using any other medicine besides Doctor Care, just in case we were able to excise those tumors from Sharamus. And obviously when I realized that they were incompatible with the immortality, I just straight up removed it. So hopefully with some better medicine, he might be able to survive this. Otherwise, we're basically going to have 2 days of Robo Daddy being alive, and then a day of him dead, and then 2 days of him being alive, and kind of repeating that forever. Alternative, of course, is to take off his arm. Oh, really? Fingers now has fibrous mechanites, along with this flu. Thank you, I appreciate that. Now, Fingers, you are what? You're like Iron Man? Sanguine. Okay, so that will help balance out some of the mood loss from the pain. Oh, Immortals also suffer 50% pain. I didn't realize that. Okay, so he's really getting manipulation, moving, blood pumping, and restful rate bonuses without so much of the negative. They're only half the negatives. That actually might not be too bad then, I guess. Daddy is back up. Let's go ahead and let him out of his bedroom. How's your... Oh! It's all gone. Oh, weird. Okay. I was gonna... Oh, he was already on also highest level of medical care, so I guess that was irrelevant. I must have put that back. So maybe if they die 3 times with the same heat, if it will disappear after the 3rd resurrection or something like that. I mean, I'm certainly not complaining. That's fine. And then Fingers is getting his flu technique to 100% quality. That's what we want to see. Fantastic. So luckily the flu isn't even going to kill this guy, so we're not going to lose any days of Fingers. What a strange sentence. Apply that royal genetic material to Sharamus now. Bear in mind, I don't think we've got much else to lose. Let's do it. Royal genetic material. It did say it'll have a random effect. I'm very interested in what it will do. Install royal genome. Sorry, my friend. This might, go ahead and rest, and let's get Robo Daddy on that. This might be a horrible mistake. I'm just Genuinely so curious in what this is actually going to do for us. Might have him grow a horrible insect leg. That would be ideal. Right. Not assigned to operating. What are you talking about? Go. God help us. This is war crimes. This is the first proper war crimes we've done here. Transport pod crash. Space tactician. Fingers. Run. Run, little fingers. Martian Glycus. Martian dead as fucking dicks. Oh, no. Misandrous, tough, lazy. Broken Empire. We've got to save them. We've got to save him. That's unfortunately Robodaddy's wheelhouse. Oh, God. Hang on. Right. Is installed? Mutation outcome. A pheromone secretor. Oh, no. Pain plus 1%, but 25% social impact. Oh, that's not good, because he's staggeringly ugly. That's not going to help. Get over here. Patch him up. I was going to say we'll have fingers bring them back, but it'd be quicker just to have Robodaddy run over there and fix them up while they're on the floor. Zones. Beds. Here we are. Sleeping spot. There we go. And let's flip that to medical, and you rescue you. Okay, we should be fine. Please hurry. Okay, now tend. And don't bother with the medicine. Perfect. You are alive. You're welcome, Broken Empire. Let's go and drag them back to an actual bed as well. What? Martian has turned into an abomination? That was me thinking I was doing a good thing. Turns out it was a fucking horrible idea. Hello? Are you okay? Shall I go ahead and open the door? Fucking what? It's not hostile, though. It's just turned into an abomination. Go free. Oh, no. You're supposed to, hold that door open so the fucking thing can get out so I didn't have to look at it anymore. That's very strange. Oh, it is angry. It is angry. Oh, God, it's angry. The fact that it didn't say Manhunter or anything, I kind of assumed it wasn't angry. Okay, get out of there. Fingers, shoot it! Yeah, they don't know to kill it because it doesn't register as an enemy. Fire. Okay, careful. Bleeding out in 17 hours. Oh my God, it heals so fast. It's going back indoors. No, you're not supposed to be in there. Oh, fuck it. Lock the door. Let it fucking die when the temperature comes in. Got enough bedrooms. Right, get out of there. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. Colony pet. A giant abomination. Fresh from the Empire. Oh my God, it healed up. Look. Wow. It healed up so fast. Volcanic winter for pay. No. No, I think I'm not going to be doing that one, thank you, friend. That sounds like a fucking terrible idea. So we're almost done with geothermal power. It's the 2nd of August now, so we've still got a good 13 or so days. It was obviously midnight, 2nd of August, so we've got 13 or so days now before the installation is going to be relevant. So I'm hoping we can get it done. How long until the hay grass is grown? 32% grown. It's only taken them a couple of days, so that will come in, I think, roughly, like the 10th of this month? Because there's 5 days to set down a structure. Then we've also got to worry about cooling it. So we're going to pipe... I think we'll probably pipe the gas all the way down here. The only problem is then it's pretty undefended, isn't it? Oh, God. Okay. Or either that or we'll just rely on the air cooling. So I've taken away all of the structure we built down here. I want to build something a bit more effective. There we go, at long last. Okay, geothermal power. Let's get one of those down as soon as possible. So that way we can power... hopefully, our coolers. We'll see how effective the air conditioning is. We'll put down like a test room or something. Maybe we'll take the stockpile here, see how low we can cool that down. It needs to be about minus 300 to obviously counteract the effects of the external external temperatures. I don't know how effective the insulation is going to be as well. I very much doubt it's going to be 100% insulated. Insulated? Insulated. You know what I meant. Oh man, he actually almost finished the installation too today. Then we've been able to plan it out. Yeah, shit. What do we want to go for after that? Early medical mats, insulation fibers. Is that the next step up? It is. Okay, so we'll go for that one next then. So we need carpet making and then insulation fibers. Notice there are multiple steps to it, in fact. So we've got insulation there. We've got polymers, and then there's another one that's like ultra. I can't see it right now, but there is another step beyond that one, which is pretty massive. If we survive up to that point, that'll obviously be something that'll be very, very high priority, but for the time being, I think we've got bigger fish to fry. Machining probably couldn't hurt either. Looks if it offers us different ammo access. Might even give us something specific. Your weapons locker. Maybe a machining table would help us produce ammo a bit more effectively. Oh, good. The Red Forest People's Packs. How many are we looking at? 12 humans to fight against with 3 people. No cover. This is going to be fun. Okay, go on then. Unleash the abomination. He's a genius. Okay. Get over here. Shamus is going to take a while to get over here anyway. Oh, we've got traders. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Forget that I'd said anything about the abomination. Bait him down here. Get the traders to fight him. Where are they? Come on. Oh, we got more people coming through as well. Oh, those are actually passing through. Wow, this is convenient. Okay. So those might get into a fight with the raiders. They will get into a fight with the raiders. Fantastic news. Everyone else pull back. Looks as if these travelers genuinely might defeat the raiders by themselves. There we go. Wow. Okay, problem solved. Everyone go back to bed. Can't, in all good conscience, continue trying to rescue people when it's... What the hell are they? Mercury salts and lithium salts. When all it's done is really backfire so far. So instead, we're going to probably put that by the wayside. And when we do eventually capture some prisoners, we will try and recruit them. But for the time being, when we don't have any reliable defense against all the things that are going on right now, I can't in good conscience put the insulation and the base building by the wayside to potentially rescue some really crap characters and just watch as they die along with the rest of our people. So what are we looking at then? Structure. Insulated walls. Insulated walls. Insulation. That's probably it. Insulated wall biomass requires insulation slab. Okay. What? How do I make an insulation slab? I don't know. A stonecutter's bench? Culinary? Butcher's table? Oh, there we are. Butcher's table. Insulation slabs in bulk. And do forever. Turn all the hay into that. But it's going to be a long time before we get enough hay to... or before we get the hay grown. It's 40% grown right now. It's the 4th. Oh. We got about 10% per day. Yeah, so it is going to be about the 10th. Wow, this is a bit hit and miss. Struck uranium ore. Ah, good. Just what I wanted. More uranium. New leader, John Fingers, has been elected. Given that the last guy died, that's not really much of a surprise. And a gift as well. What do you give me? 28 plasteel. 28 plasteel's not too bad. If we ever get to the stage, God forbid, where we can have a multi-analyzer, that will come in handy. Group of donkey have wandered in. Hello. What have you got for me? Here we are. Just one. Oh, a couple of donkeys, actually. All right, let's take a look. You have a chitin hatchet and... a shitload of fish. Okay, that's not really very helpful. I probably won't bother hunting those things down. Insulation fibers is finished. Let's see what that actually entails. So I assume it'll probably be at the butcher table again? No? Oh, God. Somewhere it'll be. Not at the machining table. I assume not at stone cutting. Definitely not. Cooking? Do we cook? Fucking hell. Where is this then? Insulation. Fibers requires 5 insulation slab fibers. Okay. Does it give any statistics at all? No, it does not. 110% flammability. Wow. Tailor. I bet it's the Tailor bench, isn't it? We don't have one of those down right now, but the fact that it looks as if it's similar to the cloth icon. Let's go ahead and get one of those down as soon as possible then, because we might need to start working on that relatively soon. Let's get that light done too, so poor old Charamus doesn't have to work in complete darkness. Stone blocks are coming out quite nicely. I didn't realize that they... I mean, it's not a massive amount, sure, but it's better than nothing. It's definitely more than I expected, I will admit, given that we're not really focusing on it so massively. What are you getting now? 4 wood. Sorry, why are you carrying over 4 wood at a time? You're a weird man. You're a weird man. I'm not sure I like you. Right, hurry up. Let's get this thing down, and let's see if we can start churning out a bunch of fibers. It is the 6th right now, so we've only got a few more days before the Inferno... There it is, 25 ingredients. What do we make it out of? What do we make it out of, though? Any sort of... Oh, anything. Oh, that's good. Okay. I just fucking sold a load, didn't I? I just sold a load. Okay. Insulation slab in bulk. And then do forever. Do forever. That's good. That's good. We will take this one away. I don't know. It might not be a good idea to take that away, because this we can just grow insulation. So we might have to go out hunting. I mean, it sounds as if it's going to be an upgrade, given that it takes much more refined ingredients. And we could just go out hunting and do it. Okay, yeah, I can... Oh, and also, we could probably make... clothes out of it. Bear in mind, look at that. Multipliers were made out of this. Cold, heat. Interesting. Okay. Oh, my boy. We have a lot of cotton. Oh, this is good. I forgot that you could just grow cloth. There's me like, oh, but we can grow this one. Forgetting that, you know, cloth is something... was basically the first thing we grew, you moron. Well, anyway, it looks as if we're going to have a fair amount of it. We've got 100 fibers already. Now, how much do we need per wall tile? 5. Oh, this is good. Okay. What do you think we build out of, like, steel? Or we're going to get a fair amount of marble. Part of my marble is one of the things that we have sort of immediate access to. My God, Charamus has been just tanking it over there, my man. Holy shit. To say that this is a dude with 25% manipulation as well. What a guy. I guess this gain the trait Rockhound. What is that? Rockhound. Enjoys working with rocks. Smoothing speed. Enjoys working with rocks, except when it comes to stone cutting. Arguably the most important job with fucking rocks. Does give him +2 crafting, though. I was a little bit too quick to judge there, then. Global work speed is -20%. Oh, great. But he does get mining yield and mining speed. Oh, plant harvesting down 50%? You motherfucker. Great. So now we've got to plant double as much if we want to get... Well, I suppose we can forget about the fucking hay grass now, can't we? We'll let it grow, but, I mean, I'm not too bothered about ever planting that again. Wow, we did get a lot of insulation fiber there. Maybe we're getting a little too heavy on it. What do the doors need? Doors need 10 per door. Okay. Well, let's start working on a new base, which is designed for... This we'll redo. We'll build a new insulated base around the geothermal generator for when winter hits again, so that we'll have something a bit more effective. We'll put something down over here, maybe out of stone, to help defend against the heat. What are we looking at in terms of bricks then? 120 marble blocks, 120 limestone blocks. I think we'll stick to probably just marble blocks or steel, depending on how much steel we've got. Oh, we've got shitloads of steel, because Sharamus is a madman. I do want to build this as small as is necessary. So let's put down 5x5 bedrooms. That's enough room for a bed. That's enough room for a cabinet and an end table. I should say a dresser. Let's give them a separate bedroom each. Actually, do you want it to be smaller than that? Because heat is very much going to be of the essence, isn't it? How small were we able to build those bedrooms last time? So it was quite literally a bed. It was like that with the door on the other side. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, all right. So let's make this as small as possible. Again, I don't really care that it's a tomb when we are working against the elements like this. So we'll do something like that. And let's copy that room. Let's go and blueprint that one. We'll call this insulated room. Why not? Because that way we can build some more. Okay. This way we can build some more in the cold base as well. Let's put one, we'll put one there as well. That way they can still get in, and then we'll put one there as well. So that way they're all entering in the same little zone as well. And then this is going to be a lot more efficient than the other room, assuming I do it right. Now we've got to think, what do we need here? So we've got a corridor. I might also double up on all of the blocks on the external insulation as well. So we need doors into each of those rooms. We'll use insulated just in case this area becomes quite difficult to insulate or something like that. And again, we're going to have enough insulation to do all of this, so it's not such a big deal. Let's get down steel. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Apparently we can't replace. There we go. Let's get down steel door, steel door, steel door. And then in this room here, we'll go... Let's go furniture. What do we want? A table, so we avoid war crimes. It's going to be pretty important. So let's put down a table in the most cramped way possible. So they can walk over chairs, right? So we'll put it there, and then we're not losing any space whatsoever. The only space that we are now neglecting is, of course, we've got one block in each bedroom. Which I suppose I could limit down as well, couldn't I? If we bring the bed down there and then bring the cabinet around that way, we could bring the wall down. You know, that would actually work. Okay, I like that. Let's put that there. Let's cancel that, put that there, and then we can cut off one side of the wall. Although we've got it on a diagonal. I had it on a diagonal last time. I guess it doesn't really matter too much if we're going to double up on all the blocks anyway. Yeah, okay, let's pull that back a little bit. Give them a little bit of room. I think that's reasonable. Need a small amount of room for recreation as well. Okay, so that's looking pretty... That is very compact so far. I'm quite happy with that design. So then we're going through into a room that needs to have some room for recreation. Not much, just a little bit. What are we talking about in regards to the smallest recreation possible? That would be like a chess table, wouldn't it? If we put it there, can they sit on the chairs and interact with that? I don't know if you can climb over chess tables. That's the only issue. So we want to put something like here, because we can climb over chairs. So if we do something like that, and then expand around, unless we turn this into the kitchen. I think that's probably not a terrible play. Right, so we'll use... Oh, man, this is going to be tricky. Bear with me here. How are we going to keep food cold during the Inferno? That's the one thing I haven't considered at all. How are we going to do that? Because it's one thing to keep these rooms within, like... I mean, 50 degrees is going to be the highest we want. However, keeping a room to negative temperature is going to be a completely different kettle of fish. Wow. I'm thinking that'll be it. So we've got the bedrooms up here, then we've got a dining room. They can move through into the recreation area, which is just a chess table. This room does have a lot of wasted space because I'm not entirely sure whether or not they can climb over chess tables. Why don't we establish that now? Yeah, you come here. Let's go walk over that chess table. I don't believe we can. Walk over the chess table, though. No, they definitely can't. Okay, so that has to be the size of the room, unfortunately. The question is, are they all going to be eating at the same time? Unlikely, I think. So why don't we just have 2 chairs, and we can cut that back like that. The bonus to that is what exactly? You haven't thought this through, because now we've got a spare... I mean, we could just replace it with more insulation, try and limit the amount of blocks fairly spectacularly. I assume they can cross over that fine. So you can walk over chairs, so that's all good. Okay, that's fine. And then... this is going to be the freezer, so we might even need to double insulate the freezer. And we'll double insulate the front door there too. And that's where they'll be spending their summer. By which I mean their winter, but it's in Inferno. Okay, get to work then, squad. Oh, that's fine. Calling us Robert Daddy, game the trait misogynist. No, that's alright. Understandable. I too hate women when I am recreation starved. Fucking Game of World bathwater didn't turn up in that trade caravan. Here we go. It's starting. So these things, for those of you concerned as well, have 0% flammability. I know a lot of people are probably very upset about me using steel to build insulated walls when the wood was like 110%. These aren't going to go up in flames when the Inferno finally hits. Caravan. Oh, a slave caravan. Right. Okay. We've only got 500 silver, but we might be able to trade away some marine armor or some spare crap that we've got lying around. Let's see what they've got. Oh, wait, Sharamus has 25% social bonus. Sharamus, see what they've got. And he's also got 5.3 social with a plus. Wait. He wasn't capable of social before. Oh, he's incapable of wardening. Ah, okay, that's very different. Please stand still, he can't catch up to you. Oh, they're orcs. Well, this is a bit fucked. Quick sleeper pyromaniac. Remember what I said earlier about no people burning down our base? I stand by that. Fast learner, steadfast, artistic, medical, social. Oh, Radok. You guys want some ammo? Apparently not. You guys want some ambrosia? Apparently not. We can't afford it. I'm sorry, we can't afford it. Even if we sold everything at this point. Or unless we sold all 60 components. Oh, man. I'd love to. We can't sell the ammo. There's also no point selling the ammo. Here, go on then. I will trade you whatever it takes so that we can keep as much component as possible. Let's do that. So we are going to sell them 21 components. We've still got 39 components after that, so that's still plenty good. We're selling the advanced component, though. No, I can't do that. I can't do that, I'm afraid. Here, take that much. How are we looking? Done. That's a done deal. Welcome, Radok. Unfortunately, that means we need another fucking bedroom. Oh, look at all this medicine. Glorious. There we go. 29 of the fucking things. So, let's leave it there. We're at the crux now. We've got 5 days left, and things have kind of worked out perfectly in terms of timing here. 5 days left to build the insulated base and find some sort of cooling solution. Again, it might just be air conditioning, which I'll maybe have to rebuild the base. Maybe we'll just remove the dressers. I don't really mind. Tap the Helixine gas and survive. More importantly, we've got to try and find a way to insulate and not starve to death in all that time. I don't know how the hell we're going to do that. Pemmican? We might have to make a boatload of pemmican. Well, let's see how it goes. Any tips or suggestions are, of course, much appreciated. Remember, the other failed episode is available as well if you want to go watch that one too. Okay. Thank you. I'm mentally psyching myself up because I know what's going to come next in the next episode. A big thank you goes out to Scorched, Jonah Waters, Asana Kirito, Zulu, Justin Rules, Nikki, Sticks, Angelo, Paul, Oliver, Cobalt Lotus, Zazzy 7011, Tom Terror 18, James, Shay, Sweet Tea, Noah, Odie, DKO, and everyone else at the Insane Tier Lovers on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Big thank you to you guys. Tomorrow, the Inferno is dedicated to you. Thank you as well to Luke Jordan, Jack Blacksheep, Danny, Noobmeister, Lampy, Super Nanny 089, Prometheo, Tiger Rifter, Demon X Jester, Couch Sitter, Voodoo Mumbo, Warcat, Cogsell, Betimus Max, Deadly Kitten Hunt, and Smooth Octopus, along with everyone else at Patreon as well for making the channel possible in the first place. See you guys all tomorrow for fire. So much fire.